Hey, what's up, guys? It's Julian. First of all, thanks for tuning in. And if you clicked on this video, obviously it's because you're going through something hard right now. And let me just say, if you stick to the end, not only will you get through this hard time faster, but it would be much easier to get through this difficult time with the advice I'm about to give you, with the value I'm about to give you, and hopefully we can get you out of this point in your life, get out of it as quick as possible. And the point of these types of videos I'm gonna be putting out every day is to just straight give out value and things I've learned from my life, lessons I've learned from not only from my story but also from older generations and people older than me that have their story and then shared with me. So it's gonna be just straight raw talk, no fancy editing, no B-roll rolling over this. Just me and you and me telling you the mistakes I've made and hopefully that can prevent you from going down some of the wrong paths I've been on and maybe accelerate the success from your story and get you to be the person you can be faster. So with that being said, let's get into it. Uh, Man, let me just say, all the lessons I'm gonna give you right now are from one girl. Not that I've only been with one girl, but the biggest mistakes I've made when going through a breakup have been with this one girl in particular because of how serious the relationship was and how confident I was that we were gonna marry each other. We were gonna spend the rest of our lives together. So with that mindset, I feel like, well, let's back up a little bit. I feel like with when getting in a relationship with someone, the hardest part about a relationship is the vulnerability, and is getting with someone knowing that technically they could leave anytime they want. There's nothing forcing them to be with you. So the reason I think I made my biggest mistakes with this one relationship in particular is because of how vulnerable I was in the relationship. And with that being said, the first mistake I made when we were going through a breakup was trying my hardest to save the relationship. And I know what you're thinking, like, I love this person. Why wouldn't I want to save the relationship? Well, when someone breaks up with you, it didn't just happen overnight. Excuse me. It didn't just happen one night they were going to sleep, they woke up and like, I'm gonna break up with them. No, it's over a long period of time where first of all, it's like a seed planted in their head, where it's like they're kind of getting bored of the relationship and like, should I break up with them? Should I not break up with them? So it's like a long period of time that one day they just made the decision to tell you, but it wasn't a decision made overnight. So you're not gonna convince them of the 3 months they had thinking about it. You're not gonna save the whole relationship in one argument in one conversation. So when I say I try to save the relationship, what I should have done, or what I did do, let me tell you what I did do first. What I did do was, text after text saying like, what about all the memories we had? What about this good time? What about this good time? What about, me meeting your family? What about, just like trying to make her remember all the good moments that we had. But really, all that did was just push her away because if you think about it, if you think about it, why would when someone's like holding you so tightly, it makes you subconsciously think like, why doesn't this person want me to leave? Like, what are they hiding that I can't leave? So, by allowing yourself to accept that their decision is made and just realize that there's nothing you can say that will change their mind. So just really accept that the decision was made and accept the actions that are happening right now and just start focusing on, okay, this is my present situation. What can I do right now to better my situation? The situation right now is she just broke up with me. That's nothing I can't control what she does, but what I can control is how I react to it. So being a real man is having control over the situation, having control over your emotions. And a lot of men struggle controlling their emotions in particular. Whereas like if a guy's talking trash to you on the street and He's like, hey, F you, no, F you. And then they start getting heated in this argument. Neither of them can control their emotions. Neither of them is a real man. So being able to control your emotions, even though I know you feel sad, obviously, in the moment, you feel betrayed almost. As in, like, I really, not only did I invest all this time into you, but I invested, like, took you to meet my family. I invested not just in my life, but everyone around me has invested time in you, and you just feel betrayed in the moment. So just really knowing that when the decision is made, the decision is made. I'm not saying it's wrong to, maybe fight a little bit just to make sure, but definitely don't be calling them 40 times in a row. That was me, unfortunately. 40 times in a row to try to make them change their mind overnight because it won't happen. Um, am I saying I regret what I did trying to save the relationship? No, because me now knowing like I gave everything I could and there was nothing that I can't think like could I have done more when in reality I couldn't have. And that being said, I know you're thinking like, oh, okay, so I should fight with the relationship. No, because part of me wishes I didn't because 4 or 5 months down the line when I was starting to not accept it but kind of stopped stalking her social media, kind of stopped, doing all the stuff, wondering like what she was doing, if she was thinking about me. That's when she started like I noticed she started watching my social media and she actually started texting me and calling me, asking me like, oh, like how you been. So it was, if I would have just went through that process sooner by accepting it, maybe then it would have made her realize what about all the good times we did have. It would have made her realize the good times we had instead of me trying my hardest to make her remember it, because she would have remembered it on her own because she's experienced the same things I did. And like at the end of the day, whether you break up or stay together, you're gonna have the memories of each other. And there's nothing they can do, there's nothing you can do to make yourself forget those memories. So there's no, really, it's not necessary to force them to remember it when they do remember it. When all the time they were thinking about breaking up with you, they were thinking about all those memories, so they know. Yeah, so just don't try to save the relationship. Just save yourself first before because what will happen if you do save the relationship, then you start second guessing yourself. Are they with me because they want to be with me? Or are they with me because I convinced them to? And at the end of the day, I know for me personally, I would want to be with someone that wants to be with me versus someone that I kind of force them into being with me. You know what I mean? So yeah, just really just accept that it happened. Don't save it. Don't lose yourself trying to save it. It's probably the best way to word it. Second mistake I made, I kind of mentioned it earlier. This is a big one. It doesn't seem big, but it's actually a really big one. Stalking their social media. You see, I want you to think about this. Back like before phones even existed, back in I don't know, what is it, 1800s, 1900s? Oh, wait, cell phones are just recent, huh? So like literally 20th century, 1990s, when there wasn't no social media, like when a man and a woman would break up, that's the last time they would ever see each other. There's no, let me see what she's doing on Instagram. There's no, let me see what she's doing on Snapchat. Let me ask her friends what she's doing. Once they break up, they like never see each other again. And that's why I believe this generation struggles so much with breakups in particular because of social media. Because you have that access to I wonder what they're doing. I wonder who they followed. I wonder who new person followed them. And that really messes with you mentally, psychologically, because of your body. Your body breaks down. When you go to the breakup, you kind of feel so tired, and then after a while, you feel like you're getting your energy back, so your body's ready to come back. But mentally, you're going through that breakup over and over by seeing them on social media, and then once you close the app, you don't see them. So your brain is kind of reliving that breakup over and over, and you're not allowing yourself to just let all your emotions just flood out of you. The truth is, to get through a breakup, the easiest and fastest way is to actually feel everything as fast as possible. So like, you want to feel sad, you want to feel mad, you want to feel all the emotions that are just overwhelming you as fast as possible so you can get it out of your system. And you're not going to allow yourself to do that by stalking their social media, by asking their friends, how is she doing? Is she thinking about me? Is she talking about me? By asking her sister or brother, does she have a new boyfriend? You're not going to allow yourself to get through that process of grieving, because at the end of the day, you did lose someone. Breaking up is equivalent to losing someone, because you go from talking to someone every day to not talking to them at all. So it's very similar to actually losing someone. So I don't blame you for wanting to check up on them, but you have to treat it as if they truly are out of your life. You lost them. Because what that does, when they realize that they lost you, the memories kick in automatically. I want you to think about if you've ever had a family member die, whether it's your grandma, your grandpa. When they die, you don't think about, this one time my grandma got mad at me and she slapped me. You don't think about that. Maybe like if you're joking, like, oh, she used to like, hit us when we get in trouble. But like, automatically the first thing you think about are the good memories. She's going to think about the good memories when she misses you. Or not when she misses you, when she starts to think about you, then she thinks about the good memories, then she starts missing you. So you have to allow herself, and there's like she could sense it. Girls can sense when you're stalking the social media. They can see you're viewing their story. So you have to allow her to realize that she did lose you. It was her decision to break up with you. So what you need to do is allow her decision to have consequences, because you're not allowing her to really, take full responsibility of her decision if you're still trying to be in her life. When she breaks up with you, she wants nothing to do with you, and you have to give her that. You have to give her that in order for her to have the possibility of wanting to come back, if that's what you want. So the biggest mistake I made was stalking her social media, because it prolonged the period of time that I was going through that breakup period. And just if I could do it all over again, I'd probably block her, because like, just right away, just block her number, block her all socials, because it's tempting when you have them unblocked, and you could just, literally one letter, you type in one letter, first letter of their name, and they pop up. So when you type in one letter of their name and they pop up, it's tempting to just not look at it, you know what I mean? So if I could do it again, definitely block her. I know this on social media, it's like, oh no, I want her to see me when I become successful without her. First of all, if you're going to go through a breakup, it's going to take you a year, realistically, to go through it, if you truly had a real connection with her. And if you want to become successful, it's going to take you probably a year to build your brand, to build your business. So either way, you need a year to either build your business or get over the breakup. So just block her for 6 months. You're not going to win the lottery overnight. And if you did, you would lose all your money, because that's not the right way to make money for long term. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. You can't stalk their social media. It's second biggest mistake I made. Third, final mistake. I'm debating whether to go into asking her friends if she was thinking about me, or if I should go into sleeping around after a breakup, or like wanting attention. They're both kind of bad, but I feel like asking her friends if she's thinking about me, that's kind of like hand in hand with stalking her social media, because you could, text her friend and be like, what's she thinking about me? So probably third mistake I made was, seeking attention from other people after the breakup. And you're going through such a hard time, as in, like, in essence, you lost your wife, because especially for men, when they get with someone, they don't just think about right now, the present. They think about, I want to marry this girl. I want her to be my wife. How can I better myself right now for our future? So you don't just lose your present, you lose your future also. So when that happens, I feel like a lot of the times we go out seeking attention from all these outside vices, whether it's, temptations on your phone, whether it's other women, whether it's drinking, smoking, just like anything that, like, quick dopamine pleasures really, really take a toll on you in the long run. In the short term, obviously it feels like, let me just get this quick hit of happiness. And obviously it feels like it's the right thing to do, but it's not in the long run. And I know you hear that over and over, but it's so true. It's so true. There's a reason it's repeated over and over, because it is true. And just, if you're going through it right now, it's the quick dopamine, the quick access to happiness, whether it's sleeping around, whether it's, any addictions you probably built up, it's not the answer. And, personally, what I struggled with is like wanting attention from other women, because it wasn't hard for me to get attention from women. So when I would, any little slimmer of attention, I would take, they give me an inch, I would take a mile and see how far I can go with it. And really, in that moment, when you feel like, man, I just want someone to talk to, you feel probably like lonely, like, I just want someone to talk to. Reality, what you need to talk to God. You need to learn how to talk to yourself at that moment. Because you feel like, I want someone from outside, but to really grow through this the right way, you have to find it from inside first. And then what that does is, you like build like a magnet, and you like attract whether it's the girl of your dreams, you attract maybe your ex back. If you want your ex back, you attract her back. But it's really you attracting things as a man versus you going out and chasing them. No woman is gonna want a guy that chases her. That's what they like. That's what they say they want. All women lie. We all know that. So just, that's probably like the biggest mistake I made. Third biggest mistake I made was just seeking attention and quick sources of dopamine, quick sources of happiness, to fill that void of, I just want to feel something, because I feel like I lost everything. You know what I mean? And like, if I could go do it back over, if I could go talk to myself all over again, that's the three things I would say. Don't first find yourself instead of trying to find happiness from other outside vices. Second, don't stalk our social media. Worst thing you can do. It's like, that seems so innocent because we have access to social media every day. It just seems like it's just a quick look. I just want to see what she posts on her story. That's probably like the highest one on the list. What you don't want to do. And like, yeah, that's just like, people don't realize how bad that actually is. It just messes with you mentally, because you just relive the breakup over and over. And what was the first thing? Forgot. There's just so many things. Yeah, don't ask your friends. That was supposed to be the fourth thing. But you guys could just rewind it and watch it. But yeah, man, I'm kind of like thinking about all the memories right now that we had. Now that I'm thinking about it, no, I'm playing. But yeah, if you're going through it, I just want to say it does get better. I know it feels. Trust me. I know it feels like I just lost my whole world, and that's where you messed up. You made her your whole world when you made her your whole life. So when you lost her, you lost your life. You have to build a life around yourself. You have to, go to the gym, find hobbies, read books. So then if you lose her, you still have the gym, hobbies, books. You don't just lose your whole life. You have other things that make you you. So like, if you're going through right now, you just have to find things that you like, find things that can make you you. So if someone else does come in the future and they leave again, you don't lose your whole world. You just, you lose a piece of it. You'll be okay, because you have all this that makes you you right here, and just a piece left. So yeah, just know that you'll be all right. And if you guys have any questions about relationships, you have any questions about how do I change my mindset, how do I become the man that a woman would want to stay with, a man that my kids will look up to. If you have any questions about that, just feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll answer every comment always. And oh, my mic fell. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you stuck to this far, you know, leave one comment. Let me know what you're wondering, and because when I would watch videos when I was going through my breakup, I always feel like, bro, my situation's so different. They don't understand. They don't understand. We really had a connection, but believe me, like to a certain point, it's all girls are the same. Once you realize that, it gets so much easier. So if you feel like your situation is genuinely different, just leave a comment. It's like this, and this happening, this, and this. What do I do? Do you have any advice for this? And I'll feel free to answer it. Anyways, stay tuned to tomorrow. I'll post another video.